King Osiris is assassinated by his envious brother Set at the crowning of Osiris' son Horus in an alternate ancient Egypt where the gods coexist with humans. After defeating Horus, Set seizes his eyes, appoints himself as the new ruler, and demands that people pay wealth to enter the afterlife. 1 year later, with Set in control of most of Egypt, Zaya, a slave of Set's head architect Shu, sends Bek the blueprints for Set's pyramid. They enable Bek to enter Set's treasure chamber and steal one of Horus' eyes, but Shu spots them and kills Zaya as she and Bek flee. Bek brings her body and the eye to the exiled Horus, promising to assist in locating the other in exchange for him raising Zaya from the dead. They visit the divine vessel of Horus's grandfather Ra. Neutral about the conflict with Set, and at war with the shadow beast Apophis that threatens to devour the world, Ra does not restore Horus's power, but allows him to take a vial of divine waters to weaken Set. Ra explains that Horus's loss of his powers is the result of not fulfilling his destiny, which Horus believes means avenging his parents' deaths. Hathor declines Set's request for her to accompany him to the underworld and instead teams up with Bek and Horus. They come up with a scheme to break into Set's pyramid and enlist Thoth to decipher the guardian Sphinx's riddle. They manage to get through the Sphinx's riddle and the entrance to the pyramid before arriving at Set's power source. Before they can use the divine water, Set ambushes them and steals Thoth's brain while destroying the divine water. Nevertheless, Horus saves Hathor and Bek. Hathor sacrifices herself because she is banished to the underworld by asking Anubis to take Bek to the underworld and offers her bracelet as Zaya's ransom for entrance into the afterlife. Set confronts Ra on his solar barge after absorbing Thoth's brain, Osiris' heart, Horus' eye, and wings from Nephthys. Ra says that Set's mistreatment was a series of tests meant to get him ready to succeed Ra as the world's protector against Apophis. Set is appalled and chooses to end the afterlife in order to become immortal. He then uses his newfound strength to defeat Ra. Set releases Apophis so that he might devour the mortal and underworld realms by taking Ra's spear and tossing him off the boat. The gates to the afterlife are shut as Apophis assaults Zaya, who turned down Hathor's gift because she didn't want to spend eternity without Bek, exhorts Bek to go down to earth and aid Horus in stopping Set. Bek kills Shu and defeats him before taking the other eye of Horus from Set's armor. In the process, he severely injures himself and falls from the vast height while Set and Horus fight atop an obelisk. Horus, who has regained his ability to shift, rescues Bek from a potential accident as he is retrieving his eye and flies him to safety after recognizing that his actual purpose was to defend his people. With increased strength, Horus outwits Set and ends his life. When Horus finds Ra injured in the ether, he gives him back his spear, enabling Ra to fend off Apophis and prevent Anubis from reopening the gates. The second eye of Horus is given back to him by a kid, and the deity places a dying Bek next to Zaya in Osiris' tomb. Ra offers to grant Horus any power in exchange for his good actions, but Horus requests that Bek and Zaya be revived first. Except for Horus's parents, who had already entered the afterlife, all of the other gods are reinstated when Ra granted his wish. The new ruler, Horus, says that good deeds in this life are the price for entering the afterlife. Horus receives Bek's bracelet from Hathor as a top advisor, and Horus departs to save her from the underworld.